Databases were a tough subject for me, since I really didn't understand them quite well. The dedication of my teacher and her passion on teaching helped and inspired me to work harder. Every time I saw her outside classes, she was learning from Oracle's courses, working hard on getting new information for us.
Oracle Academy works with institutions and educators to help students prepare for fulfilling careers.
So it's very important for the students to learn computer science, programming. Now they have the curriculum, they have tools, they can access to all the software package that Oracle sells, and they can work in the products that they will use in their life job.
The computer science job market in my country, it is quite healthy. The demand is bigger than the offer.
I think to be very successful in global industries, I think you have to have good skills and excellent skills in programming and in database knowledge as well.
I teach a population of students that love technology but aren't always represented, and their thoughts are going to be able to change the world.
Oracle Academy helps increase diversity in computing and breaks down barriers to learning computing. Join Oracle Academy members in changing the world.
Hello, good morning once again, and welcome to the second day of Y4 IT 2021. My name is Monique Cardenas, and I will be joining you today as you learn, get inspired, and get excited from today's discussions and activities. How are you guys? Kumusta kayo? Sino yung mga kasama natin dito kahapon? Pwede ko ba makita sa chat? Present. Ayan, si Mitch, si Kala. Present si Rick. Yesterday, Annalyn, Jaili, Chris. Wow, thank you very much from Lucena, from Santa Rosa, Laguna. Hello, guys. I hope you are all safe, especially our kababayans in North Luzon, no? Medyo maulan ngayon. But thank you for sharing your rainy morning with us. All right, so guys, yesterday, we learned a lot from our speakers, from the panel discussion, and today is another day of learning and fun. All right, guys? So now, to formally begin day 2, we would like to introduce to you the head of UP Diliman's Computer Science Service and Software Engineering Laboratory. He is also the holder of the UP Alumni Engineer Centennial Professional Chair and a founder of Tech Factors Inc. and series editor of the Tech Factors courseware. Let us all welcome Dr. Jaime Caro.
Hello, good afternoon. Yes, morning, sorry. Welcome to the 19th Y4IT Youth Congress for Information Technology. This is the 19th. We started this in 2003. So Y4IT is almost as old as most of you who are attending here. At its height, we got as many as 22,000 attendees in our face-to-face Congress, held concurrently in 6 venues in UP Diliman at its height. We got participants from all over Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, from Batanes to Tawi-Tawi. And they flew the ones from Visayas, Mindanao would fly to all the way to Manila. We got buses, Roro buses from Masbate, Marinduque, Panay Island, from all over Panay Island, coming to Manila for the Y4IT. Those were the days of, face-to-face events, big events, field trips for schools. It was fun. Now we are holding the second virtual Y4IT during these pandemic times. We have around 9,000 registered participants. We had more than 9,000 last year, and again around that same number this year. Like before, we are getting participants from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, but now we even get participants from abroad, from Hong Kong, and from the Middle East, and from elsewhere, India and elsewhere. You are joining the Y4IT alumni roll that number more than 100,000. So, as an employer, I would often get job applications where Y4IT is listed as one of the congresses and events attended by the applicant. It's heartwarming to feel that we started this many years ago. Yes, 19 years ago. When we were still young and part of the youth. You are now another generation of Y4IT attendees. You, the millennials, the technology natives, were born with smartphones, gadgets, and the internet. Technology has changed so much since the first Y4IT. You are faced with a new environment. You will see in your lifetime millions of jobs replaced by automation, like self-driving cars, automated call center agents, and many more. But at the same time, new jobs have been created. Jobs that didn't exist 19 years ago. Jobs like, or were little known then. Like jobs like data scientist, information security analyst, data privacy officer, virtual reality content developer, drone operators. These are full-time jobs, okay? Data visualization specialist, online tutor, online content evaluation specialist, data warehouse specialist, MOOCs course developers, that's massive online open courseware, swarm robot programmers, and other jobs. So many other jobs.
Mama ni matultol.
And yet, many of the old jobs will remain. Study shows that many of the jobs cannot really be replaced by machines. Jobs like systems analysts, software architects, teachers, doctors, nurses, physical therapists, even computer programmers will not be replaced by machines. A challenge for us all is to keep ourselves updated with the changing times, changing technologies, continue learning, continue making yourself relevant. Always learn new skills, new IT skills, new competencies, new technologies,
Ay, madi.
Analysis and problem-solving skills are so important. Systems design skills are
Gamin
important.
October 7 ak nag-vaccine eh.
Project management skills are much.
Ni, on internet.
Much in demand. So I challenge you every. For a future that no one can predict yet. Welcome to Y4IT, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. And until tomorrow.
Thank you, Dr. Jaime Caro. Alright, so now we will have a short message for everyone sent by Senator Sonny Angara.
Short message from Senator Jan. Connecting the portal. Nya Jan. Senator?
Hello po. Greetings to our friends at the UP IT System Foundation led by former USEC Monchito Ibrahim. And the participants, I'd like to greet all the participants of the Youth Congress. And I think I'm preaching to the choir. Hindi ko na masyadong kailangan i-build up yung importansya po ng IT and being competitive in the IT, BPO, ICT field. Dahil kayong lahat, mga kabataan, ay mga digital natives. You probably grew up on your devices and spend a great deal of time on your devices in the digital world. So alam nyo na po ito, but nonetheless, since I was asked to give a few remarks, allow me to mention, first of all, I'd like to mention the crucial role of USEC Ibrahim. And we collaborated when he was still at the DICT as a USEC, and even before that, when it wasn't, DICT was not yet created, and there was only the I think ICTO office, if I'm not mistaken, no. And importanteng personalidad si USEC Monchito sa pagpapalawak ng ating IT BPO world, attracting investors, keeping them here, making sure their concerns are addressed, and I pay tribute to him for that. And I was one of the authors of the law creating the DICT, and I was also the budget sponsor for I think 2 or 3 years of the DICT, about 4 or 5 years ago. So, and I was a big supporter of, the biggest supporter probably in the legislature of his rural impact sourcing program. Ito pong rural impact sourcing, ito po'y naglalagay po tayo ng infrastructure, digital infrastructure sa malalayong lugar sa provinces, and we have makeshift call centers. Akala mo warehouse lang pala. It's like a call center or a knowledge processing center. Merong mga college graduates like in places like Lanao Norte, and we source our workforce from the graduates of Iligan, Marawi State University in Iligan, na may mahuhusay na mga graduates in the digital sphere. So, you know, yung World Bank, sabi nila of the 10, I think it's the World Bank or the World Economic Forum who said of the 10 future economic growth areas, 4 doon are squarely in the digital field, no? You have artificial intelligence, data analytics, software and solutions-based engineering, cloud computing, among others, no? So these are potential careers for the young na pwedeng pasukan, and
On internet.
kami naman po sa gobyerno, kailangan namin suportahan ito. That's why we've been pushing for certain pieces of legislation other than budget support. We have the digital transformation bill, the digital competitiveness and digital skills bills, and the digital payments bill na
Nay, kapsut mo ti internet. Uy, nangkal.
and to mandate yung ating mga ahensya, lahat ng ahensya ng gobyerno suportahan po yung pagkaroon ng kabataan ng mga digital skills. So in agencies like TESDA and CHED, magbigay ng scholarships sa DTI to give incentives, and of course the ICT to develop the digital infrastructure. So good luck po sa inyo lahat. I'm happy you're attending this youth forum. I'm happy Yusek Ibrahim is at the helm of projects like this, and of course you have our full support. Please let us know what else we can do to improve the position of the country and give everyone, our youth, a brighter future in digital careers and futures. Salamat po, mabuhay kayong lahat.
Thank you, Senator Angara. Now, our next speakers are actually father and son. Mr. Joey Gorango is currently chairman of the Capiz ICT Council. He is now serving as a director and coach for Servio Technologies, Surpass, AID, Office Guru, Code Scholarship Fund, and the Mijares Gorango Cranlo Facial Foundation. Joining him is his son, JC, who is a full-stack developer and the author of Denim, a low-code development tool for creating enterprise-grade business applications.
Bakit timba?
Good morning. Welcome to everybody. Greetings from a social distance. My name is Joey Gorango, as they introduce me.
Nay.
Or a programmer.
Ganun na. Bawal na ka. Ganun na. Business yan.
About myself, I mean, I'm older than probably all of you, but when I started my career in IT, I started out as a programmer. And I'm self-taught. I don't have a college degree, but I did teach myself how to program. And I was a professional developer for probably the first 20 years of my career before I shifted from doing that to running my own company full-time. And I haven't actually programmed in about 15 years, which is why for this session, when they invited me to do this, I suggested that rather than listening to me talk about how to be what it's like to be a programmer, I would bring along somebody who is still a programmer or a professional developer, and that is my son, my youngest son. And he'll introduce himself later on, but his name is JC. So he'll be doing most of the narrating in this session. The way we structure this now is that I'll be doing a bit of an introduction like I'm doing now. He'll be doing a bit of an introduction, and I've prepared 6 questions to ask him along the way. It's only 20 minutes, so we can't spend too much time on any of the questions. But the good thing is JC will be joining the panel later on. I think at 11 o'clock today, he'll be joining the panel discussion. And if you have any questions for him, you can certainly ask them. Okay? So that's it. Without any further ado, I'd like to introduce the main speaker, the real narrator for the session, which is my son, professional developer, JC Gorango. Come on. There you go.
Hello.
So,
Hi.
tell them a little bit about yourself, JC.
Hi, I'm JC. I've been working as a software developer for the last 9 years. I grew up here in the Philippines, and when I was 15, I graduated high school, and my dad basically gave me a choice. He said, "Do you want to start working, or do you want to go to college?" And he knew I was into computers. Growing up, I'd always mess with my IT teacher in school and screw up the computers one way or another. So I guess he just wanted to test me. I took an internship, and to everyone's surprise, I passed just fine, and I got regularized at that company. I worked in that job for a few years before I decided I should try and branch out and freelance on my own and on the side just to make a little extra money. And that side gig ended up making me more money than my job, so I decided to just freelance, just do that, for money. And that's where I'm at now. So now I write software independently, and I work directly with clients.
Okay, thanks, JC. I'm glad that you were able to introduce yourself to our audience today. So, as I said, I prepared 6 questions, which are probably the most commonly asked questions for people who are looking to get into IT, to get into programming. So, let me start with the first question, and then I'll go from there. Okay, so first question.